Good evening. It's another wonderful Wednesday show. It's been a warm day, at least compared to what we'll be seeing this weekend.
That's right. Nice conditions around, but I'm Casey Cloud.
I'm meteorologist Jonathan Bellis. It's been a little bit on the breezy side recently, but it's been warm, and we got up to 68 degrees this afternoon.
Yeah, nice conditions around, walking around campus. Good weather situation here. I even had a class outside. It was picture perfect weather conditions. Temperature's just about right.
We're right about average, and that's where we're going to be tomorrow as well. It'll be a couple degrees cooler, but really the bottom falls out this weekend. Starting Thursday afternoon and going into the weekend, it's going to be quite chilly.
Yeah, we're expecting very cool conditions, below average weather situation for our area, so that's something you'll need to stay advised on. You'll need to bundle up, but even tonight, we're going to be seeing temperatures in some areas dipping into the upper 30s, so you'll need a jacket.
Yeah, if you put those winter clothes back into the closet over the last couple of weeks, bring those back out. You'll need those this weekend.
Yeah, we'll get very cool right in time for Valentine's Day and for your Sunday as well. So we'll watch those closely. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll be talking about the SpaceX launch, in fact, down in Central Florida. We'll keep an eye on that and have more on that here in just a few minutes so at our next desk. But right now, we'll go ahead and take it over for an overview of the weather situation with Tom.
Hey guys, having a great day today. It warmed up a little bit more than I thought it would today. This morning I went to the gym. It was real cold. But right now we're looking at barely any clouds over Tallahassee. Just a few high clouds to the south of us there in the Gulf of Mexico. And some nice white poofy clouds up in the corner moving off into the Atlantic Ocean associated with a system moving through the northeast right now. Beautiful conditions in Tallahassee for us today. And we're going to take a look at the headlines for coming up the rest of the show. Sunny skies are going to keep coming at us. It's going to be really cold this weekend, pushing into Friday. It's going to be very cool, and especially on Valentine's Day. But it's going to be great. You're going to be able to have a nice picnic because those temperatures are going to warm up in the daytime hours to not be so bad for a nice rain-free weekend for us. Let's take a look tonight. We're going to be at 40 degrees on the low side of things tonight with a snuggle weather for you. It's getting nice and warm there. The cool seasons. It's nice to snuggle up with some people. Wind 5 miles an hour for you there. And for tomorrow, you're going to have to stay tuned for the rest of the show and see what we got going on for you. Let's take it back to the desk. Have some interesting stories for you.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. We've got a NASA SpaceX launch here over at Cape Canaveral on the East Coast happening right now. Here's a live look here from NASA TV. This should be launching very, very shortly here in the next couple of seconds. They're getting ready of the launch here. We went through scrub last night here due to high winds, but here we go. NASA is setting up here. This is a rocket launch heading up into deep space here, Casey. That's
right. It was scrubbed yesterday due to high wind in the area. And as we take a look at this live there from Cape Canaveral, we see it going up. The reasoning for this is to try to be able to try to get in towards a recovery of this, another view of this now, and we see that going up, a closer look as well.
Yeah, this is headed about 1 million miles into space here. This was actually the last launch opportunity for this rocket. This is going to be meant for measuring solar wind in those auroras that we see way up north. We'll get some better lead time, about 15 to sometimes 45 minutes of lead time, or at least that's what's expected on this launch activity here.
Yeah, we're keeping our eyes on that very closely, but taking another look at NASA TV, and we do see that launch occurring there. I'm sure people can see that around that area, people out there with their cameras, things like that. But right now, we're going to take a little bit closer look at home with Tom.
Hey guys, that's beautiful, isn't it? I'd like to take a look at a rocket launch. I remember doing that when I was a kid. It was so exciting. But taking a look closer to home here in Tallahassee, no clouds for us. There's a little blip. I don't know what that was, but no rain for us, no clouds. Beautiful afternoon there. Maybe just a few clouds around. Temperatures right now, it's projected for 7 p.m. tonight, a little bit after the show ends. 63 degrees Tallahassee, a little bit cooler towards the coast there. A little bit different in there, 58 by Carabel. We're going to see these cooler temperatures just keep pushing in with those winds as we see here. These relative humidities are also going to drop as well with those temperatures tonight. 50% relative humidity in Tallahassee right now, and 51 in St. Mark's. And we're going to see these as these winds keep pushing from the northwest, bringing that cold air in for the next few days here. the 5 miles an hour in Quincy there, and then we're going to see these winds persist from the northwest and bring those cold temperatures in for you. This is upper level moisture here comparatively to that lower level moisture we looked at with the relative humidity. It's dry to the south of us, way up high in the sky, and a little bit moister associated with some rainfall across the Mississippi Valley into the Midwest right now. And we're going to see a little bit of that moisture maybe peek at us coming through here. This low pressure is just going to sweep right across the area with a cold front, bringing those cold temperatures, and right behind that we're going to see that cold really take a grasp on us with that high pressure and that clockwise circulation of the air, and we're going to see those cold temperatures keep coming on, and we're going to see some more love coming into the air by the time we get to Saturday. It's going to be great. Heart's going to be pounding. Everybody's going to have a good time because it's going to be a nice, beautiful weather for you there. Starting off cool on Valentine's Day, warming up into the mid-50s there for you. Going on the beach and boating, waves about 3 to 4 feet there, so it might get a little bit choppy on the inland there. And northwest winds coming at 10 to 15 knots. And sunrise, 7:21 a.m. Get out there early if you want to get those nice fish in there, because it's going to be cold too. Get out there early if you want those cold temperatures. I like to get out sometimes when it's cold. For tonight, 40 degrees again, snuggle weather. West winds, 5 miles per hour. We're going to see those kind of linger from west to northwest, bringing those cool temperatures from up north for us there. And we're going to go right back up to some seasonal temperatures, 67 degrees in Tallahassee for you tomorrow. 67, a little bit more towards inland, and pretty consistent temperatures throughout the entire region for tomorrow. So we're going to take another chat here with John about the southeast.
It's been a warm day across the entire southeast part of the U.S. Temperatures right now at this hour sitting at 74 degrees in San Antonio, 63 here in Tallahassee. Basically 60s all across the southern part of the country, but look up towards Oklahoma City here at 45 degrees. That's a sign of things to come, not tomorrow, but on Friday. Temperatures are going to start to cool tomorrow, but for now, warmer temperatures are in play, about 10 degrees warmer across most of the southeast than it was this time yesterday. This again is going to change. Look at these purples and blues here. That is cooler weather coming in from the Rockies, and that's going to slide off towards the east. Winds today, it's been a little bit on the breezy side, and unfortunately these winds are going to stick with us almost all the way through Saturday afternoon, and that's going to drop those feels-like temperatures as we head into the early parts of the weekend. And it's going to feel dry outside as well, 50-degree dew point, or relative humidity here rather. And this is all the dry air that is being associated with high pressure across the southeast. This also is going to head off towards the east, but first it's going to dry out that cool front as it makes its way out of the central plains and into our area. You can see a little bit of the rain activity up into Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas there. That's going to dry out by the time it gets here, and high pressure is going to hold this back until early Thursday morning, tomorrow morning. But first, we're going to get this dry air out of the area. High pressure pretty much entirely in control across the southern 2/3 of Florida. Slowly but surely, we're going to get this out of our area. Tonight we're going to drop to about 40 degrees. Nothing cool yet, but this is going to be the warmest low over the next at least 5 days, I think, here in Tallahassee. Down towards the south is where you're going to want to head this weekend if you want that warmer weather. Temperatures only falling down to about 60 degrees this weekend in Key West. Temperatures lingering in the 70s and 80s across southern Florida, and again, that's going to be where you're going to want to be this weekend because that cooler air starts to infiltrate the area. Starting tomorrow, 41 degrees in Tupelo, that cool front comes through tomorrow afternoon, and then it's only the first of 3 cool fronts as we head through the weekend. Another one coming through on Saturday night and then Sunday morning. Those temperatures fall again for Sunday, and then the third of those, it's actually going to be the wetter one of those 3 as we head into Sunday, or into the middle parts of next week. The next rain chance isn't until next Wednesday or Thursday, but if you want the really warm weather, you're going to have to head way out west to the southern coast of California.
That's right, we're talking about Southern California. Santa Ana winds will be there, so it'll be very gusty in terms of those conditions, 25 to 40 miles an hour. Some areas in those canyons could even see gusts upward to 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was looking at the forecast for Los Angeles. The next 4 days in Los Angeles are going to be in the upper 80s, right around 87 degrees in Los Angeles. Some places even cracking that 90-degree mark here in February, just because of that simple high pressure out there, bringing in the gusty winds that come off the mountaintops and really warm things up out there.
Yeah, very warm conditions, very much above average for them. That's not conditions we would see around here probably until we get into late April if we're above average and into May.
Yeah, but that high pressure is going to stay out there, really keeping them warm. But unfortunately, that cold air's got to come out of Canada somewhere, and it's going to come right in our direction starting late tomorrow. And for more on that, we're going to go ahead here. Casey, you're going to take this out the wall now.
That's right, we're going ahead and do that. And as we do see this weather situation, in fact, we see this across our area, talking about your watches and warnings. We do have some winter weather alerts as we get up to the north central part of the country. We're talking about upwards near Minneapolis. We have some wind chill advisories in effect in toward those areas. So that's something to keep our eyes on here in this lighter blue color near Minneapolis. Also, we have some winter weather advisories here in western North Carolina. Also parts of West Virginia, areas like Charleston, West Virginia, getting into that weather occurrence in toward those areas. As alert potential for some winter weather, some icy precipitation, as well as some sleet and snow. Now we do see right now Tallahassee sitting at 63 degrees here in our area, but much cooler conditions. As we expand the view here, we see temperatures up toward Minneapolis sitting only at 13 degrees. Very cool conditions. I know I wouldn't want to see that around here. We'd have very cool weather conditions, something we haven't seen in a while. We're nearing that anniversary of that Arctic outbreak where we see -2 degrees in Tallahassee. So we have seen conditions cool, but hasn't been for a while, since 1899, in fact, with -2 then. But we do see Minneapolis sitting into some light to moderate snow flurry activities, at least not far from Duluth as well. Albuquerque getting into some of this. We'll take a closer look, though, at our neck of the woods. And as we do, we see here in Florida, this picture of perfect, nice conditions. But that's not the case as we get into other areas, and that won't be the case as we get later into the week here. It will be clear, but we'll be seeing much cooler conditions, so not as nice. But getting up to the northeast, we do see, taking a look closer, Buffalo getting into some snow right now. Also northern Ohio, we're talking about Cleveland getting into some light to moderate snow. Detroit out to nearing that snow, Grand Rapids as well. So we're watching that very closely in toward those areas to pick up some snowfall accumulations here this evening. Nothing too significant, but enough that they will know that it's occurring, light to moderate snow in toward those areas. Even some snow down toward parts of northern New Mexico and central New Mexico. Albuquerque, we're seeing some snow activity there. So we'll keep an eye on this very closely. Getting up to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, some clouds, a few rain showers trying to make their way in, but they're pretty much falling apart as they do so. Now, airport delays, we see most of the country sitting clear in terms of those 0 minutes, but in the Northeast, we have Boston and New York because of that wintry weather. A 32-minute delay in New York, 47-minute delay in toward Boston. But tonight we are sitting at 29 in Memphis, 40 in Tallahassee, 37 Atlanta, very cool though, below zero, -4 in Minneapolis, and tomorrow sitting at 27 Kansas City. Back here at home though, much warmer at 67 degrees. But right now, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the weather situation across our area with Braden.
All right, Casey, and we will talk about what is going on for the rest of the work week. Sunny skies will be persisting over the next 2 days, but a big cool down is coming. That's going to be Friday morning, Thursday night, upper 20s. So we're going to be talking about cooler weather, how to protect against that cooler weather as we get closer to it. But, you know, there's not going to be any rain for the weekend, so be excited for that. If we look currently, 63 out in Tallahassee right now, 66 Monticello, 63 out in Thomasville as well, 65 out in Mariana. Wilma, you're getting into the 70s, so you are feeling quite nice today compared to the rest of us. I am jealous of you. Winds coming out of the west mostly. Got a nice southerly wind in Tallahassee. Onshore flow, St. Mark's, Carabel, Apalachicola, wind coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, but predominantly from the west. And over the next 24 hours, that's going to shift quite a bit into the northwest, and that is what's going to bring down this really cold, kind of chilly weather. It's not going to be the greatest thing in the world, but trust me, if you like the cold weather, you're going to be liking the next couple of days. Satellite and radar showing the big picture, and this cold front is draped right over here. Not going to bring us any rain, just going to make its way to the east and really just cool down our temperatures, dry the column out a little bit. Dry air going to be really taking control, calm winds taking control, and that is going to give us that beautiful, cool weather. So here's that cold front that I was talking about, low pressure system into Dallas, not too low, just a localized low, going to make its way to the east, and then Friday morning, high pressure, big high pressure going to be in control. That is going to bring us the cold weather, but also the sunny skies. So if you're a fan of the sun, if you can handle the cold weather, you're going to be sitting in pretty good shape. But as we go into your Saturday, we know that love is in the air, and it's going to be taking over all of the southeast, including Tallahassee. Get ready for Valentine's Day. Give me a couple more minutes. We'll get right into your Valentine's Day forecast in just a little bit. But as we go into tonight, 40 degrees, snuggle weather, clear and cool winds out of the west at 5 miles an hour. For your Thursday, the cycle continues. The last couple of days, we've been seeing a warming trend. That is going to top off tomorrow, 67 degrees. But then as we go into tomorrow night, that is when it's going to get cold, 29 degrees. Make sure you are protecting the 4 Ps, pets, pipes, plants, and people. So make sure your pets are inside. You have your water running, dripping just a little bit so it doesn't freeze over. If you have any plants, especially citrus, you want to make sure you cover that. And elderly people, children, make sure they're snuggled up in those blankets, nice layers, keep them warm. And then as we go into the weekend, clear for tonight, Friday morning, bone chilling, a nice little cold blast, but some lovely chills for your Valentine's Day on Saturday morning. And then as we go into your 7-day forecast, it's going to be the same. Basically through this weekend, cold temperatures in the morning, warming up in the afternoon. Our next chance of rain will be Wednesday. Casey, Tom.
Hey, thank you so much, Braden. We're talking a little bit more about local weather history. It's a nice day out today. Not really too much going on. What happened in weather history, Casey?
Well, no recorded weather history, in fact. Really nice weather conditions here over the last 100 years or so in the National Weather Service in Tallahassee jurisdiction. So that's some good news. So we do see that there is some national weather history. Very cool and very warm extremes did occur on this daytime.
Yeah, it's kind of fitting that today is a day where there's nice weather in history, and there's never really been any outstanding weather. I just think that's pretty great there. But some national record breaking here is in 1932, 83 degrees in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, very warm conditions. That tied the all-time record for Richmond in February. But right now we're going to go ahead and take it to more of a around Florida look, a look around this state with John.
Yeah, take a look at this. Barely even any clouds. The worst weather is actually right where they were launching that satellite here just a little while ago, where they actually had a couple of sprinkles out there, but they were really worried about the wave activity. Some of these waves were up to 2 to 3 feet way out in the Atlantic, but for everyone else, look at all of this sunshine now starting to peek into that sunset time here for most of Florida, getting into the Panhandle. Sun starting to set over towards Defuniak Springs. High pressure in control for just about everybody here. Just again, a few clouds down towards the south. 63 degrees here in Tallahassee, 58 the cool spot here in Pensacola and in Jacksonville. Warmer down towards the south at 70 degrees in Miami, with a couple of those clouds lingering around the region. Here around Tallahassee, it's been on the dry side. Relative humidity here about 50%, not quite nearly as moist as it could be for right now. And this is because high pressure is keeping us in check here with just a few winds around the state. Looking around the Panhandle though, mostly clear, just a couple of false returns down towards our south. One thing of mention here, there was a little bit of a fire up towards Thomasville right in this region. Couple of plumes of smoke there reaching into Thomasville just north of the border. But for everybody else, clear conditions, a couple of clouds passing through the area. As we head off towards the east coast, basically clear, just a couple of false returns again right around the Jacksonville area. You almost have to head down towards, almost all the way down towards South Florida before you hit anything of importance here. This is actually what we call military chaff here. This is actually military dust that is being released by the Air Force, just blocking the radar here. Just some training there down towards Key West and across South Florida. But for everybody else, we're sitting in the 50s during the overnight hours. Temperatures are going to be falling through the overnight hours into the 50s. And again, this is going to be the warmest night over the next couple of nights. We have that cool front coming through during the day on tomorrow. So we're going to start off at 49 degrees tomorrow in Tampa, 57 degrees in Miami, 40 degrees here in Tallahassee. We'll warm up once again up towards average values, 67 here in Tallahassee, 70 degrees down south, 75 in West Palm Beach. But that cool front is going to come through tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to cool off temperatures during the afternoon hours. So these are going to be quite a bit earlier in terms of these high temperatures in the day than they typically would be. So these temperatures are going to be falling through the evening hours down towards the cooler temperatures down in the 30s and 40s as we head north of Interstate 4 down towards the south. That cool front isn't going to get there until late in the day, so I think most of you will salvage those warm temperatures through most of the day tomorrow. Up towards the north, though, it's going to be a little bit on the breezy side as we head through the end of the day tomorrow, and then really those cooler temperatures really kick into gear by the end of tomorrow. And then Braden's going to take a look at the rest of the weekend. Here he is with the Valentine's Day forecast.
That is right, John. And here at FSU Weather, it's time to spread the love. We're going to bring it around. We're going to bring you around the country, see what your Valentine's Day forecast is going to look like for the next couple of days into Saturday. It's going to be beautiful here. Let me tell you that. Be prepared. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on nationally. This is really what's going to show you that setup for Valentine's Day. Southeast, we are looking free and clear. Not a cloud in the sky, no rain. And you could expect that into Saturday, even into Sunday, into Monday and Tuesday before Wednesday is when we'll get our first chance of rain. But Saturday, going to be gorgeous on the chilly side, so make sure you're ready for that snuggle weather. It's going to be great. And as we go ahead and move into the northeast, snow still making its way in. And I'm going to tell you, it's upsetting to say, but our models have been showing us some more snow making its way in for Friday, Saturday, and early in the next week. Really, Boston, it just doesn't end for them. You know, I feel so guilty because we don't have much, and they have all the snow. But if you love snow, maybe take your significant other, go out and do some snowboarding. It would be really nice. So let's go ahead and move into the Central Plains, down into northern Texas. Got some rain and snow, a little bit of a mix right there. You might see some sleet, so the roads may be a little slick out there. So make sure you are prepared for that. Into Albuquerque, we had quite a bit of snow starting to dissipate now into southern Colorado, into the mountains of Denver. I'm sure they are seeing some snow right now. Again, a good place maybe to go snowboarding, skiing, enjoy the time, or maybe just sit by the fire, grab some hot cocoa, and enjoy it with your loved one. But as we go ahead and go into the northwest, this is where we're going to see the most trouble going in to Valentine's Day. A lot of clouds right now, rain and snow up into the upper parts of Canada, but these clouds are just going to take over Seattle all the way down to California. So we want you to be ready for that. Again, another good time to stay inside, maybe go watch a movie, you know. What were those movies? Let's see. Letters to Juliet, all those wonderful movies about love and all that stuff. Definitely something to do for your Saturday afternoon and evening. But if you're looking for a white Valentine's Day, you're really going to want to go up into Canada to show you where all that accumulated snow is. It's going to build a little bit into North Dakota, not too much, and down into Albuquerque and Denver, you're going to get quite a bit of snow. So you might be able to get a little lucky down there. But if you're looking to wear a jacket, be nice and toasty inside, but still enjoy the snow, is where you're going to want to do it, right into southern Canada, north of New York. But as I will step out of the way, here is your Snuggle Weather Center, and you will see where the love is going to be. Heart beating out in the Central Plains, beautiful flowers in the southeast if we were to warm up. Still a lot of snow in the northeast, and a little bit of rain for your west. Casey, Tom, how do you feel about spreading the love here at FSU Weather?
Well, we still have pretty nice conditions. It was a little bit cool for that, but what relatively great weather situation around.
Yeah, back to some more national weather history. We have another really close to a record. We had 1979, negative 26 degrees in Bedford, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
so that was pretty cold.
Yeah, we're talking about very cool conditions there in Altoona, Pennsylvania, south central Pennsylvania. Seeing this extreme cool. Not expecting anything around here like that probably ever. And like we talked about earlier, -2, the all-time low is temperature in Florida and Tallahassee.
Yeah, also 1983, big blizzard happened in Philadelphia and a couple other more cities around there, right, Casey?
Yeah, we're talking about in Philadelphia, 21.3 inches. That was the third most ever. But talking about Baltimore, they even had a little bit more, 22.8 inches. And even a little bit more as we get up toward Allentown, Pennsylvania. They even had thunder and lightning, 25.2 inches there.
So, Casey, you're going to take us out and look at the last look at local, right?
Yeah, we'll get a closer look at the weather situation across our area, and we'll see that sunny skies are persisting, in fact, here, making for a very nice weather day here across our area here on this Wednesday. Great conditions, in fact, here across our area. We're expecting a big cool down, though, as we get into the rest of this week. Very cool conditions, below average. Though we will see a rain-free weekend, it will be very cool. You'll need your jacket if you have any Valentine's Day plans. Now, current conditions-wise right now, we're sitting at 63 here in the metro area. Clear conditions, 50% is that humidity at the regional airport. We're tracking that. Just a really nice day here across the area, and nice temperatures across all these other locations here in our area as well. We're talking about 63 here, but we're sitting at 64 in Quincy, coast a little bit cooler, 57 in Carabel, and up and toward parts of northern Jefferson County, 62 in Monticello. Now, going ahead and kind of taking a look here what we're expecting in the forecast here as we get later into the week and into Valentine's Day. We have a cool front out toward Memphis, also not far from Bentonville, Arkansas, and we see this starting to make its way a little bit closer toward our area. As we get into Thursday, we see the cool front comes through. High pressure kind of takes over here after a minor low pressure kind of gets through here. No rain associated with that cool front or low pressure. Nice conditions abound here as we get into the rest of the week and your weekend. No precipitation, though it will be cool, so you will need your jacket. Now, going ahead and actually jumping ahead, in fact, to your beach and boating forecast, we'll see that we're talking about your northwest winds 10 to 15 knots. 3 to 4 foot on those waves. Again, a pretty nice day to go to that beach, going down in toward parts of Wakulla County down there. This nice weather conditions. We see your sunrise 7:21 in the morning, sunset 6:23 on your Thursday. Nice day around, so it will be a nice day to go to that beach and enjoy it. Now tonight, though, we'll be seeing 40 degrees here in the metro area, 41 in Quincy. A little bit cooler though as we get to some of our southwest Georgia counties. Talking about Decatur County, Bainbridge 38, Thomas County, Thomasville 37. Again though, pretty nice conditions. Again though, bring that light jacket if you're going out tonight. And tomorrow, expecting seasonable conditions. 67 here in the metro area. 68 in St. Mark's. Nice conditions, mid to upper 60s. You'll probably want to take that jacket off as you get later in the day. Nice weather situation around. Just a great day to go outside here on your Thursday. Now, going ahead and looking at a forecast for the softball game, though, for the Noles, as we get in your Saturday, we have the Unconquered Invitational. One of the teams involved there, Michigan, playing our Noles. We're talking about 40, so it will be pretty cool. Make sure if you bundle up if you're going to that. And in that 7-day forecast, we do see 67 on that Thursday, but cooling down drastically as we get in toward Friday, the rest of the weekend as well. And by the time we get into Sunday, it'll cool down once again from that 64 on Saturday. And by the time we get into early next week, we're talking about weather conditions that are pretty nice.
Yeah, one of the greatest things about our university, I love that we have a theater on campus. The Student Life Cinema there is great. They're playing some more movies tonight, right, Casey?
Yeah, they're playing the movie Boyhood. We're talking about a boy going from 5 to 18, but the main point we want to focus on with that is that the weather tonight's going to be nice and cool. Just a light jacket needed probably. That's being shown tonight at...
Different story, though, for Friday morning. You're going to need to bundle up. Plenty of warm clothes there for you if you're heading out early in the morning.
Yeah, make sure you bring that light jacket tomorrow, but by the time we get to Saturday, Sunday morning, a little bit heavier.
As always, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter /FSU Weather. And we always on livestream.com. You can watch our live shows there, or we always also have YouTube for you. But thanks for coming with us, y'all. I'm student meteorologist Tom Mazzetti.
I'm Casey Cloud. We'll keep track of those cool weather conditions across your area, getting very cold as we get into your Friday and Saturday. Have a good night.